And that is why we are seated again for the second edition of this program. The man of the day is here with us, and I'm going to be inviting some dignitaries to the podium. And to start, the first on the list, I want us to put our hands together as I welcome all our deans in Benjamin Carson College of Health and Medical Sciences. All our deans, please, with Jesus' joy, please let's come to the podium. Let's put our hands together as they come. Let's put our hands together as they come. Thank you so much, Professor Rena, Professor Abiesuku, Professor Adebawojo. You are welcome. Please, you can have your seats here. Thank you so much. You are highly welcome. Next to be invited to the I table is our resilience and assiduous provost, Professor Shotusha. Let's put our hands together for him. You're welcome, sir. Good to have you around. And thank you so much for all that you do to make sure that this program is a reality today. Next, I want to invite our only Director of Academic Planning, who wears two caps this morning, is representing our Senior Vice President at the same time. I want to sincerely welcome to the podium Professor Ayodele. So, he is the Director of Academic Planning and is also representing our Senior Vice President Academics. Thank you so much, Prof, for being here. Good morning to you. Let's keep clapping until he sits down. The next is our Vice Chancellor, who is ably represented by the Senior Vice President. And we are glad that you are here with us, Prof, this morning. So with a loud applause, I want to welcome to the podium Professor Philemon Amanse. Thank you so much, Prof, for being here. Let's keep clapping. Let's keep clapping until he also sits down on his seat. You're welcome, sir. The next person I'm bringing to the podium is no other person than the man of the day, the man why we are all here, the man we are all seated to celebrate. Is the pioneer head of department of anatomy in Babcock University, after he has pioneered some in other places. So he built the foundation upon which we are standing today. And I've said it that when you hear the name Desalu, it sends a lot of waves around the nooks and crannies of this country and even beyond in the area of medical training in anatomy. I want to specially welcome to the podium our able Prof, our father, our mentor, Professor A.B.O. Desalu. Let's give him a round of applause as he is coming. Baba is still hale and hearty. Even at his age, he climbs our stairs without holding a stick. Prof, we are happy that you are here with us again. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation in Babcock University. Thank you. There is the man that the word has been put in his mouth this morning that is going to be telling us about ABO Desalu. You know, sometimes they used to say, let's hear from the horse's mouth. But the horse can also put word in the mouth of his baby, isn't it, or his child. Now, the word has been put in the mouth of a man, a renowned anatomist, a renowned embryologist, a man whose name also carries authority in the nation and beyond the nation. When you hear of in vitro fertilization in Nigeria, if this name has not been mentioned, then there must be a very big challenge. Today, I am happy and we are glad and we are privileged to have in our midst in person, not virtually, our own Professor Ashiru Oladapo, all the way from Lagos. Let's give him a round of applause. Prof, we are happy to have you. He is the guest speaker of this great event. From his mouth, we are going to be hearing what is it all about. Professor ABO Desalu. You are welcome, Prof. And we say we are happy to have you in Babcock University. Please, you can have your seat. Thank you so much, and God bless you. At this time, I want to welcome to the podium our able provost for his welcome address, Professor John Shotosa. Thank you so much, sir.
God is good all the time. My vice chancellor, the guest speaker, Professor Ashiro, is my boss. He's teaching me how to use PRP in bettering the outcome of fertility in women. And the impact of this great work in the whole of Nigeria. So when you remove the effort of Professor Desalu and a few others in the medical trajectory of this country, we can be sure it will never be the same. I've had the opportunity of traversing some of the West African countries and looked at their health work. Most of the time you have some few great names, but many of them did not stay to see the work grow. They come in and they leave because the situation and the circumstances were not really palatable. So the greener pastors called and they responded to the call. But for Professor Desalu and a few others, they left all the pleasures to make sure we have a future. Thank you, sir. We're very grateful. And that is the reason why these annual lectures have been established. Every August, we have the annual lecture to let us know what has gone by and what the future will be. Because you have nothing to fear for the future except you forget what has happened in the past. And we still have the singular opportunity of having our patriarchs with us. Let us learn from them. And in his honor, by the mercies of God, we're working on the School of Basic Medical Science, which is going to be in the medical compound. Let us all work together to make this a reality in his lifetime. My father once told me, he said, son, I said, sir, when I die, I know as a typical Ijebu man, you roll out the band and the tank and you paint the town red. Say, look, son, don't wait till I die. Paint it red now. Let me eat what I will eat. Let me see what I will see. Everything you want to do, do it now when I'm alive. And my soul will pray for you. If I don't pray for you, and when I'm dead, you are spraying dollars, you are wasting your time. So ladies and gentlemen, let us paint the town red now while Baba is alive. And the Lord will bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our dear Provost, for that coincided address. In his word, he made mention of legacy. And the question is, what are you also going to be remembered for? Now I want to welcome to the podium our President, Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Senior Vice Presidents, Academics, for his welcome address, Professor Philemon Amansi. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? My Vice Chancellor just called from Lagos, and DAP is receiving that call. Am I right, sir? Yes, he wants to know what is happening here, live and direct. He would have loved to be here with us this morning, but duty calls, he has to answer, and is on his way out of the country for our own good. So before I speak, let me observe some protocols. The President Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Ademona Estayo, in absentia, in Lagos. Principal officers who are here this morning, associate officers of the university who are also in this auditorium today, our guest lecturer for this second Professor Desalu lecture series, that is Professor Oladapo A. Ashiru from Lagos. Welcome. The Provost of the college, Professor John Shotunsa. Other professors, staff, and faculty members of the college who are here today. The honoree of the day, our grandfather of anatomy, father of anatomy, Professor Ayodele Desalu, and his family members and friends and colleagues who are here this morning. Students of anatomy in this university, past and present. Are you here today? Yes, you are here. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press who are here, I say good morning and a happy Friday to all of us. I don't hear anything, no. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are here this morning for the annual lecture series which have been organized in honor of Professor Ayodele Desalu. And I say welcome to this second edition of this series, organized by the Benjamin S. Carson College of Health and Medical Sciences of this university. Our dear Professor Desalu, as we know him, worked in this university and worked at the college for over 13 solid years. And while he was here, he was the head of department and also the pioneer head of department of that particular discipline, and also a sub-dean of the university. In my little interaction with the provost this morning, he made me understand. And he confirmed what I saw on the internet, that Ayodele Desalu, I like to call him Ayodele Desalu. But when I call Professor Charlie Professor, and I call this one Professor, what a difference. I can't call Charlie Ayodele now. Are we together? So I call him Ayodele Desalu. Hallelujah. You know, he confirmed to me that our honoree of today has served as a producer of medical students from the anatomy department across the globe. Not just in Nigeria, not just in Babcock University, but at UI and also at the Ross University School of Medicine. Am I correct, sir? Yes. So we thank God for these 6+ decades of service to produce medical missionaries for the Lord around the globe. Let us, in one accord, give our elder a rounding applause. Better. God bless you. Real good. Our prayer is that the Almighty, who brought you to Babcock University in other parts of the world to train young medical missionaries, we're going to keep you strong, keep you healthy, and keep you whole. We can continue to mentor and to train many more generations of medical doctors to come. The objective of this series of lecture is to put it in history that there was a man, and there is a man, who dedicated his life to serving God and humanity in a specialized area. As a challenge to you and to me, who are coming behind him, to follow in that golden footstep. This morning, we are celebrating a legacy for what the dean has said, which has come to stay, which should be emulated and also replicated over the coming years. So that is why today we have deemed it fit to invite another seasoned professor in anatomy to speak on this second lecture series on the theme, the evolving perspectives in anatomy from illustrative to genomics. As he speaks to us today, let us pay attention in honor of this lecturer, but more in honor of the honoree of today, Professor Ayodele Desalu. As we hear, let's make up our minds to follow those golden footsteps. Once again, you are welcome, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vice President. representing our Vice Chancellor here for this important and succinct welcome address. This moment, the guest speaker of today has his own identity as well. He has his own name. He has his resume. And just to have a little taste of what this man contains, I want to invite to the podium my colleague, Dr. Olanrewaju John Afeez, who is going to be giving us the citation of our guest speaker of today. Let's encourage him with a round of applause. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. On this auspicious occasion, I want to say good morning once again and welcome everybody to this special occasion. It's a day of honor, honoring people who are special to us, people who have made sacrifices over the years. And we have a lot of young people here. I don't want this guest lecture to just be something we just hear and leave this podium the same way. All right, so I am standing on behalf of the person who is supposed to do this, because our guest lecturer today, I don't think I have the capacity, all right, to be the one to read this citation. Otherwise, I'll have to do that. So I will invite Professor Oladapo Adenrele Ashiru, OFR. I have to read all his title here. We have a lot of them. Please put your hands together as I do that. OFR, FAMEDS, FIMC, FASN, FNSEM, CMC, HCLD, CC, ABBUSA, DIP, Austria, PhD, MS, MBBS. So I like that. So you are going to be doing something for me. I think I like the way we started. So I will want you, because his citation is so robust, all right? And his life is a combination of so much. I mean, if you listen to our head of department who has been speaking, he has given us just a little about the man standing here, all right? So as I take us through the citation, I want us to please, at every point in time, give a loud ovation and a round of applause. We have young people here, not just clapping, if possible shouting, because I am being intimidated here by his citation, all right? I want to also stand on existing protocol. I must give honor also to our fathers, our elders here, all right? A journey through generations from Grillo to Desalu to Ashiru. So don't mind if you'll be hearing at the background, before I called on the name of our guest lecturer today, he also made sure that even though he's still going to tell us a lot more about our father who we are celebrating today, he still deemed it fit to mention the name of those who has made him who he is today. Good morning today, here in the 600-seater auditorium, within the Benjamin Carson College of Health and Medical Sciences building, Babcock University. The academic community convened alongside anatomy professionals from across Nigeria, from both the public and private sectors, and friends of the celebrants to mark a momentous occasion, the second annual Professor Desalu Ayodele Olukoya Desalu Lecture. This year's theme, the evolving perspective in anatomy, from illustrative to genomics, highlights the ongoing transformation within the anatomical sciences. reflecting a shift from traditional illustrative methods to advanced genomics approaches. We are honored to welcome as our guest lecturer, Professor Oladapo Adenrele Ashiru, an anatomist, reproductive endocrinologist, and pioneer the field of assisted reproductive technology. As we prepare to receive his reflections, it's important to recognize that Professor Ashiru's story, defined by intellectual brilliance, bold innovation, academic leadership, rests on the strong foundation laid by illustrious predecessors. Foremost among these pioneers is Professor Adesoya Ige Grillo, the first Nigerian medical doctor to earn a PhD in anatomy from the University of Cambridge. In 1966, he was appointed as Nigerian first professor of anatomy. At the University of Ibadan, Professor Grillo introduced intercalated BSc and PhD programs in anatomy, thereby establishing a sustainable academic framework for training anatomists within Nigeria. Among his early doctoral candidates was Dr. Ayodele Babajide Olukoya Desalu, a part-time student whose scholarly trajectory would significantly reshape the landscape of anatomy in Nigeria. He is the distinguished individual at the center of today's celebration and the honoree of this lecture. Although Professor Grillo did not demonstrate sustained commitment to the long-term development of the program he has pioneered, he eventually departed from the University of Ibadan to assume the position of Foundation Dean of the Faculty of Health Science at the University of Ife, now OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University, a role he held from 1972 to 1990. However, the seed of his intellectual influence had firmly taken root. Dr. Desalu completed his PhD in anatomy in 1973. Please, where were you then? Under the supervision of Professor Lucio Luzato, a hematologist, thereby becoming the first medically qualified Nigerian to obtain a PhD in anatomy. In 1975, he was appointed professor of anatomy and began mentoring a new generation of Nigerian anatomists. Meanwhile, in Lagos, another legacy of anatomical excellence was quietly unfolding. Under the leadership of Professor Ahmed Muhyiddin, young scholars were encouraged to pursue advanced training abroad. Among them were Dr. Abiye Oforibo, who went to the University of Sheffield, United Kingdom, Dr. Adedayo Ejiwumi to the University of Oxford, United Kingdom, and Dr. Oladapo Ashiru, who proceeded to the University of Nebraska, Omaha in 1977. A round of applause, please. At the University of Nebraska, Dr. Ashiru pursued and obtained a PhD in cell biology, anatomy, and endocrinology, specializing in the physiology of ovulation and reproductive hormones. His brilliance earned him a rapid ascent to the position of assistant professor, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, University of Nebraska, Medical Center, Omaha, Nebraska. Despite compelling offers to remain in the United States, Dr. Ashiru returned to Nigeria in 1980. Driven by a profound commitment to national development and academic advancement, he joined the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, where he began teaching anatomy and laid the foundation for postgraduate training in the discipline. With the support of the colleagues such as Professor Adedayo Ejiwumi and Dr. Cressy Noronha, and with the backing of international collaborators, among them the University of Nebraska, Georgetown University Medical Center, Washington, D.C., Westman Institute of Science, Rehovot, Israel, and institutions in Helsinki and Oulu. Professor Ashiru established a flourishing research culture in the department. Early beneficiaries of this initiative include Dr. Mobolaji Olubumidada, Dr. John Ojefo, Dr. Feyi Adegoke, Dr. Akin Abisogun, Dr. Olubenga Abayomi Okonlawon, Dr. Kumin Allen, Dr. Funsho Fagbohun, Dr. Akinola, among many others. In 2002, Professor Ashiru further extended his vision by launching a postgraduate program in the Department of Anatomy, Lagos State University College of Medicine, LASUCOM. So you can see he has been a pioneer to many things. Please put your hands together once again. Dr. Ashiru and Professor Desalu would cross paths in 1983. When Dr. Ashiru was interviewed for the position of